Peace and blessings, kings and queens. It's your boy Ayo, back with another video. And the topic of today's conversation is the power of free will. This is part 3. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be the last video I make on this topic, unless like somebody really just asks me to speak about something specific that I brought up in the previous videos I made. But this probably gonna be the one that the last video I make in this series, as far as like the power of free will. And for the purpose of this video, I really just want to focus on like some of the ways in which we surrender our free will, or like society, gets us to surrender our free will. You know what I'm saying? So just like really giving examples, you know what I'm saying, to help people like see, different ways in which we like surrender our free will, or like choose things without our knowing, or like focus our energy into things, that we may not be aware that we're focusing our energy into, and it's manifesting into our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like always, I want to start this video off by first giving praises to the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? Thanking God for waking me up this morning, protecting me through my sleep. You know what I'm saying? Asking that God guides my tongue and allows this message to reach the voice of those who are intended to hear it, and this video to fall upon the eyes of those who are intended to view it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope, God shines his light through me, and just like, speaks through me, and allows me to reach those who are intended to be reached by this video. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the power of free will, part 3. And like I said, like in my previous videos, I touched on how we focus our energy towards certain things. It's like kind of, it was really one and the same as like, choosing something or surrendering your free will to it. You know what I'm saying? I gave the example of worrying. That's something that most people don't realize within themselves, that that they are manifesting, because they are manifesting the things that they don't want, because they are giving it so much energy, and in giving it your energy, you are focusing on it, and you are choosing it, basically, and it will manifest in your life in however way it does manifest, because you're focusing so much attention, emotion, and energy into it, and in a way you're choosing it and surrendering your free will. So like some examples of this in society, right, is I want to first start off with like shining light on certain terms that we use, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it's going to be very powerful when people see like the similarities in what free will and energy and choice, and how like society understands these concepts, and they use it against you without you knowing it. Like for instance, like we have like presidential elections, right? But like if you even look at the word election, you know what I'm saying, it's very similar to the word electricity, which is a label of energy, how we label energy. Electricity, elect is to electrify. It's like terms that are associated with energy. And we go to the polls and we vote. We vote, like we are giving our energy through our vote to elect a candidate or president. And let me tie it together with these, like by giving you the similarities. So we go to the polls and we vote. And this is all the conversation about energy, which is, like I tied in my last videos, choosing something, and also like surrendering your free will. So we go to the polls and we vote, which is a choice, of course, because we're voting, we're choosing a candidate. Well, vote is very similar to the word volt, V-O-L-T, like voltage. Like it's the percentage of energy, or the level of energy. So how energy is measured. It's a volt or voltage. These words are similar for a reason, and then we use our vote or our voltage to elect, like electricity or electrify, to elect a president. You know what I'm saying? Like these words are similar for a reason. It's not coincidence. You feel me? Like they understand energy And what we like, where we focus our energy, what we give our energy to, is also us surrendering our free will to it. Also us choosing that thing, and that's how we elect our leaders of this country. You feel me? And most countries in this world. You feel me? We are giving our voltage, and we are electing through our energy. You know what I'm saying? A presidential candidate or a leader. So I wanted to just use that as my first example. So that is one way our free will is surrendered, you know what I'm saying, and how like the terms used in that, in the president, in electing our leaders, is very similar to energy, our energy. You know, secondly, another example is law. You know, like the law, the Constitution was written based off law. But all law is written based off the first law that was given to man, which is God's law. You feel me? And one of the most powerful laws that God gave us is the ability to choose, free will. And so all law outside of our free will is just like, they have found ways to, like, you know, stay within the borders that God gave us, but they just found loopholes and ways to like manipulate people while still staying within the framework that God gave us, you know. So God gave us free will. So somebody takes the fact that God gave us free will, you know, God gave us God's law, you know, thou shalt not kill, steal, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying. We have free will, to the ability to decide and choose our experiences and what we want, you know what I'm saying. So then, you know, mankind took God's law. We said, okay, we got the laws that God gave us. So as long as I stay within these laws, you know what I'm saying, I'm good. So then, you know, what we do is we look at the laws and we try to find loopholes, how we can stay within those laws, but still, like, you know, buck the system. You feel me? That's basically what's been going on. Like, all other laws outside of God's law is just, you know, mankind trying to stay within the confines of God's law, but, you know, execute our own selfish desires within it, you know. So that's why a lot of trickery is done. You know, anybody who studies law knows about the Black Laws Dictionary. They know about legalese, which is like a language within the English language. It's a language within law. You know, people who study law know about legalese. It's the law of language. I mean, it's the language of law. And it's like English, but, you know, words in legalese mean different things than you would think they mean in regular English. Like, for instance, like the word to, like, when people say, I understand, like, normal people would say, oh, I understand this concept. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, I am aware of the concept that you're trying to convey, and I get it. But like in law, it means to stand under something. So like when you say you understand in law, it means that you're standing under the jurisdiction of something. It's the same word, but it has two different meanings. This is the trickery that I mean when I say, like, to stay within the confines of God's law, but to execute our own selfish desires and use trickery to, like, you know, manipulate people into surrendering their free will. You feel me? You're saying you understand, you thinking one thing, but they tricked you into saying something else under law. And, you know, ignorance of the law is no excuse. So, and God says, my people will perish for lack of knowledge. So, you know, also to be ignorant is a choice as well. You know, when most of the times when people do, like, when these evil people do things, right, they always tell you what they're going to do before they do it, right? The thing about us is we don't take shit serious. So, like, we don't really do our due diligence to, like, really research and understand the tricks that are being played against us. No one really ever reads the law books to understand what law really is. No one really reads and studies the Constitution to understand what these laws mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, the knowledge is out there. We just don't do the work or our due diligence to understand it. You feel me? So we assume that we know these things, but we really don't. And my people, like God said, my people will perish for a lack of knowledge, because they're not really breaking God's law, because they're giving you they're telling you what they're doing to you before they do it. We just don't take our time and our energy and our effort to learn. You feel me? They put it in movies. Because no one said they had to specify how they're gonna tell you that they're doing these things to you. You feel me? There's a concept in psychology called predictive programming. It's like they show you things little by little by little by little, so you get used to the concept. So then when it actually happens in real life, you're not like completely wowed or shocked by it. You know what I'm saying? They spoon fed it to you. You know what I'm saying? Through movies, through TV shows. So then when it actually happens and manifests in real life, you know, you're already familiar with the concept, and it's not just a big shock to you. So because it's not a big shock to you, you're not going to rebel against it as much, because you've already familiarized yourself with the idea. You feel me? But if it was to be a big shock to you, you probably would revolt against it and be like, hell no. But because they spoon-fed it to you through movies and TV shows, you're more familiar with the concept, so you've already kind of accepted the idea into your mind. They've already planted the seed through the media. I mean, that's another big way. Like I said before, that they push thoughts into your head and they plant seeds, and they get you to surrender your free will. It's by pushing these thoughts through media, movies, music, television, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. They telling you a vision, you feel me? These words ain't for no reason, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So, you know, people who study law, they know what's up, man. They know about legalese. They know that's, you know, the information is out there. If you want to study law, you can find it for yourself. Like, there's no cap. Go read a law book. Go read Black Law's Dictionary and like look up the meaning of a lot of these words, and you'll see that in law they have a different meaning than what you know them to be in English. You feel me? Also, let me see. So law, government and elections, these are ways that we surrender our free will without to concepts that we really don't know, and we're surrendering our free will to. Like we be wondering why like the world is in the state that it's in, but really it's because we're choosing for it to be. You know what I'm saying? Also, let me go and put this out there, like music, right? So like a lot of us, we play these songs, we be bumping in our car, we be jamming, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, and I'm saying this, you know, I'm just as guilty. You feel me? I just want to shine light on it, because I'm not perfect by any means at all. I do the same thing. You feel me? Like I bump all the rap. All of it, like I bump it, man. I love music, so I bump this stuff. But I'm just because like when you're aware of certain things, it don't affect you the same as when you're unaware. You feel me? So you can kind of combat it in your mind if you're aware of it. You feel me? So like when you listen to rap songs, right, and they like, I slid on the op, came back around, and I slid on the op again. I spin the block. You know what I'm saying? I just made it up, but you know that's what they be talking about in songs and shit. They be like, I, you know, got over on the plug twice, you know, finesse his ass, put the nigga put the person in the body bag, and you know, whatever. We rapping these lyrics, right, and we grooving to them, and we like, yeah, we like the beat, you know what I'm saying? We rapping the lyrics, but like I said in my previous videos, because we giving our energy to it, we tying our emotions to it, we getting hyped with it, we are manifesting these things in real life. So, you know, when you hear on the news that somebody came through your partner neighborhood and they shot up houses and kids died and grandma got hit by a bullet, you know, understand that like you played a part in that, because this very same shit that you see on the news, when it happened in real life, you're like, oh man, that was a tragedy. That's the very same shit that you turn up to in the music, though. Like, so make it make sense. It's like cognitive dissonance. Like, you are agreeing with it when you in your car jamming the music, but then like when it happened in real life, you like, oh, that's a shame. Is it really a shame if that's what you turn up to in the car? Like, that's what type of music you support. That's where you're giving your energy and your emotion and your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us want to be thugs. A lot of men, we want, like, we look up to the rappers, to the gangsters. You know what I'm saying? We want to be just like them. The hood trap stars. You know what I'm saying? The hood stars. We grew up looking up to the dope boys. When they come through on the rail, you know what I'm saying? They got all the jewelry and the clothes, and you know the girls want the trap stars because they got fast money, superficial shit. You feel me? Like. a lot of us men, we grow up looking up to that. So like we glorify the music, and then when it happened in real life, we mad about the shit. Like we mad our homeboy got hit by a straight bullet and he dead. Like, but you glorify the lifestyle. You gave your energy and you want to be just like it. Like you are manifesting this shit into the world. We all are. Collectively, manifestations are more powerful when two or more agree. You know what I'm saying? When the more people who agree to a certain idea, the more powerful the manifestation is. And this is the reason why the media be spinning shit back to back to back, because the more people they can get to agree to a certain idea, the more that they can change and mold this world into what they want it to be. You know what I'm saying? That's why musicians and superstars, they have so much power, because they have the power of influence. They planting seeds on a mass level. You feel me? They can control the minds. Therefore, they are controlled. You know what I'm saying? That's why you hear a lot of musicians talking about they be struggling to get their masters. They're not really in control of they don't really have creative control like that, because when you sign to these labels, man, the labels have an agenda and they tell these artists what type of music to make, because they have a vision for the world. You know what I'm saying? They wanna keep us divided so they can conquer us. You feel me? And a lot of times these superstars, these media influencers, like these rappers, these musicians, they the ones that's like pushing. They the soldiers that the devil is using. You feel me? To divide and conquer us, to wage war against us. You feel me? Also, like outside of rappers, there's like these female artists who push the frequency of lust. You got people twerking on cars. You got people saying, fuck love, all lust. I don't need a man. I just want him to buy me a Birkin bag, or like just pay for this, and like WAP and all that, and then you get mad at you give your energy and your free will, you surrender your free will to that type of music, that energy, your thoughts, and then you get mad when like you can't manifest a marriage or a good man. Like, make that make sense. How you want to be a harlot and a wife at the same time? You can't. Oil and water don't mix, light and dark don't mix. How can two walk together unless they are in agreement? You feel me? How can you say you want to be a wife, but you at the same time you twerking on cars and shit, and you talking about fuck love, all lust, I'm gonna use this man to get money and all this? Like that those two things aren't in agreement. Like they contradict each other, so you can't have both. You feel me? You can't serve two masters. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be you split in your mind. You know what I'm saying? You're going two ways in your mind, and that's only gonna cause destruction. The same thing from us men. We can't be like glorifying these rappers and thinking that we finna be a good husband, thinking that we, what I'm saying? All the rappers be talking about is these girls ain't nothing, and man, you get glorified with how many that you can have under your belt. Like, you ain't gonna be no husband or no good father. Listen to that type stuff. Like, everything that you allowing to be planted into your mind and in your spirit is contrary to you being a good father or a good husband or a good family man or a good person, period. You feel me? That's why there's so much chaos and destruction in this world now. Also, for women, the image of beauty. And this affects not just women, but us men too, because the image of beauty is influencing us and our choices as well. You feel me? But the image of beauty, that's something that has been pushed into our minds. That seed has been planted into our minds to the point where, a lot of women don't feel like they're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been given an image of beauty, and because that image has been pushed so much, they feel like they don't live up to that image. They feel like they unworthy. Like, they not good enough. Like, they have to change and alter themselves in order to match that image. Like, they got to get surgery. They got to put on makeup. They got to change their hair. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, like, what about yourself do you love? You feel me? Because most men, like, I'm speaking for me, bro. Like, I love naturalness. I love what God created. I love the naturalness of a woman, you feel me? Like, but I do understand that us men, we perpetuate the same thing because we've been given that image of beauty as well. So then it's like, we only look at women as being beautiful if they match this image of beauty. So we tell girls who wear their natural hair that, nah, we don't like this shit. Like, we shame girls who wear their natural hair. Like, we glorify a certain skin tone, certain body features, Like, stuff like that that's like unrealistic, bro. Like, everybody's different for a reason. Nowadays, because of the image of beauty that's being pushed, you see everybody starting to fit the same mold, like a Barbie mode. It's like everybody's just trying to be the same character build. You know what I'm saying? If this is a video game like NBA 2K, you know, you got your player build. You feel me? Like, everybody's trying to mold themselves to be that same player build, and that shit is just, it's destructive, because there's beauty in our uniqueness. You feel me? It's beauty in the differences. Nobody wants. I wouldn't want to wake up one day and walk outside and every single girl I see is the fucking same. Like, a lot of times I be going out sometimes. Like, let's say, for instance, I go to like a lounge or a club, and I ain't gonna lie, all dudes be having the same about them. They all be dressing the same. They all got the tattoos all the way up to their neck if they really, you know, with the shit. You know what I'm saying? The same player build, man, for all these people. And then on the flip side with the women, it's all the, you know, the unnatural hair and I gotta watch my words. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the unnatural hair, a lot of the, you know, just the makeup, the nails, eyelashes, like, you know, it's the same player build. And it's like, bro, like, what makes you different from this other person right here who looks exactly the same as you, bro? Like, man, what makes you different as a man from this other man who's dressed the same as you, acting the same way as you? Like, what makes you different? You know what I'm saying? Our uniqueness, who we are, who we was made to be, makes us different. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So the image of beauty is we've surrendered our free will to that. Like, we've perpetuated that image, and to the point where we're self-destructing, and where we hate ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't live up to that image of beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like, that goes for men too. Like, there's a image of beauty that's being pushed on men too. It's just not as popular for men to speak about it. You feel me? Like, you know, for instance, like above 6 feet, like tall, dark, and handsome, as they say. You know, just being tall, or like, you know, like that image. There's an image of handsomeness and an image of beauty. It's pushed on both man and woman. You know, men just don't speak about it like that for real, because it's like, man, we supposed to be tough and shit. But yeah, like, yeah, these are just some of the examples, you know, where we've been surrendering our free will. You know, man, be mindful of what you watch on TV, of who you hang around. You know, free your mind, free others if you can. You know, surround yourself around positive people, around love, around positivity. You know, do work on yourself. You know, it's not just about surrounding yourself around what you want to hear, but also put the work in on yourself. You know, the best things in life don't come easy. You feel me? You got to work for it. You know, and you'll appreciate when you get it, because you know what you put in to obtain it. You feel me? You're gonna cherish it more. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. This is the last video I'm gonna make about the power of free will. I love you all. I hope all you guys like take control of your free will, because God gave us that ability to choose, and it's very, very powerful, very, very powerful, because you literally can manifest the life that you want. You can live how you want to live. You know what I'm saying? If you have faith and you rely on God and you like take control of your choices, you feel me? Take accountability of your choices. You can manifest the life that you want to live. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning to do it. I hope everybody has a blessed, wonderful day. Be safe. Love you all. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Hey, yo, out.